Super Cube Cavern. You may love it, you may hate it. I know which one I side with, but I'll let you figure that one out yourself. Whatever the case may be, you can't deny that the game is a buggy mess. So here's a list of 64 bugs that I've noticed while playing. This includes 51 minor bugs, which are ones that don't really disrupt the player experience or just annoy me, 9 medium bugs, which can be a problem but aren't like major issues, and 4 actual major ones which disrupt the player experience. Since I'm also a bit of a nerd, I'll mention some technical stuff on how the bug occurs or how to fix the bug. Some bugs won't have the footage attached, but just trust me, they do exist. I'm not making them up. Right? Faces don't highlight correctly in the menu if they are bought. Storage chest is missing a UI aspect ratio constraint, causing the menu to look weird. The hair color menu has 6 of the same color due to the hair model's color not being changed. The fountain isn't centered correctly. The parts making the fountain collision in the lobby aren't anchored. There are plenty of holes in the lobby. Fences do not look correct when next to each other. The pivot of all fences are messed up for some odd reason. Fences also have really weird collision. The game uses future lighting. If this is intentional, why? Dropping multiple items onto a crafting table in quick succession causes the table to look very buggy. The server message text has 8 extra spaces, causing the text to look odd. If this is meant to be a line break, just turn on rich text and use a line break instead. Water in the lobby is all individual blocks with textures on all faces, causing the camera to be really bad in the water. Water also sometimes doesn't think you're in the water, letting you stand and roll. The luxury sign has a very weird collision. Mecha Whip lowers your jump height for some reason. The spool badge sets the whip range to 16 instead of adding to the range, causing the Mecha Whip with a range of 20 to lower to a range of 16. Shaggles can spawn on the floor in Green Dungeon. Keys can spawn in shops and are the default price of 1,111 coins. Newton's worst enemy hat is not for sale despite being said it was made to be on sale. The Frog Pal skin is meant to not have sleeves, yet the sleeves are still there. The Headless Horseman's horse shirt is supposed to have gloves, but doesn't. Mana still recovers and does the effect even when at max, causing it to flash purple in the lobby. The lobby lights are sometimes not on the wall correctly due to the value inside of the entity block not being the correct value. A very easy explanation of how this happened is lights were just simply copy-pasted without consideration. Some of the music is just missing. An example is the title screen music. The barriers in the lobby make the back faces of the blockage visible and looks really horrible. Bomb bag doesn't work in the lobby, causing you to need to go get a bomb or a nuke to break the wall in the lobby. Carpet added in 1.3 has a material of sand and has walk sounds, while the old carpet has a material of rock and doesn't. Old carpet is also named grass, while the new carpet is named face. You can place blocks on top of enemies, getting them stuck. Whipping an enemy while going to a new floor breaks your character, making you unable to do anything but move. If you do this with the Mecha Whip, everything but the Mecha Whip functions properly. The alt zoom functionality is broken in 1.3. Instead of zooming in and out, it just keeps going back to fully zoomed out. Other players' projectiles go through walls. Other players' projectiles always go straight no matter if they're looking up or down. The hair changer in the lobby is floating while the others aren't. Lobby dummies are collidable while dummies you place aren't. Many items are misspelt in one way or another. The compass works in the lobby when it probably shouldn't. Using mana in the lobby actually uses it, except only on the server. For more information about this, see Medium Bug 2. Picking up a crafted item causes a major lag spike. If you have the severed badge on and a shirt that doesn't show a specific body part, changing your skin tone will make that limb visible. The pizza table doesn't spawn any items. Some variants of the sunflower, I don't know how to pronounce that, have a grip for being bald, which is incorrect. Boots, stilts, and other stuff that use the attachment system are off-centered when dropped or displayed in the shop. While crouched under a block and letting go, it will force you to stand every second or so. Pressing crouch again while under the block fixes this. If you're in a one block gap while not crouched somehow, jumping will sync your character to the floating character controller. Even though there's no key doors, the key door momentum bug still happens where if you walk up against the door while you unlock it, you get a ton of speed. The Cube Cavern dagger room is cut off due to chunk limits. Ghost bombies in the lobby when you spawn a bombie, blow it up, and rejoin will stay there but not have gravity. Whipping an object whose network owner isn't you and is unanchored causes you to freeze. This also occurs with enemies. The stick just turns green sometimes. Blame Roblox. The mana bar outline doesn't use scale on the padding, leading to mobile barely being able to see the bar. The correct padding scale is 0.03 for left and right and 0.2 for top and bottom. Now we are on to the medium bugs. All of the volume sliders do not work due to none of the audios being applied to the right sound group. The mana value isn't up to date correctly with the server due to the add stat value in the item probably not being changed after an update to mana. To fix this, you can either just hardcode another add stat value and add it to the server, or make a new variable on how many of said stat to add. Keys and nukes duplicate when you use them and rejoin. The reason for this is because keys and nukes don't actually get removed from the server inventory when you use them, causing a rejoin to make them reappear. If you put an item in a slot where the key and nuke was, it will overwrite the key or the nuke. Two different causes for both items are here. For the nuke, a weird check on the use item packet on the server checks if the item is a nuke, and if so, it doesn't use it. With the bomb being a copy paste of the nuke working pretty much just fine, this check can probably be removed. For the key, I don't have a concrete answer, but I can just guess that when the key is used, it removes it from the client's inventory and not the server's. It is up to you to figure out how to fix this. Cashmere has a drop limit of 11 drops, causing only the coin and money bag to drop. This also causes only 10 coins to drop instead of the 12 it's supposed to. A simple fix for this is just up the num drops to 13. The scary tree model is unanchored but not the hitbox inside, causing the player to sometimes slow down due to Roblox physics nonsense. Lantern just does whatever it feels like doing. I don't know how to explain it. It is pretty much the most useless item in the entire game, along with doing that. The hollow dungeon trapdoor can sometimes just be open. The reason for this is the enemy calculation is only when the trapdoor is made and when an enemy is killed. So if no enemies exist yet and the trapdoor is made, it's open. The trapdoor also just doesn't spawn if there's only one enemy due to the greater than symbol not checking if it's also equal to 1. Taking items out of your chest sometimes doesn't work properly and causes the item to be invisible to other players. Items can clip into the bushmaker, causing them to get stuck until you kill him. Now we're on to the final section, which is major bugs. This first one will be very technical because I do want this fixed really badly. Text will also be on the screen describing how to fix this. Anyway, FPS in the lobby is very low due to an item object memory leak. There are two things that add up to cause this. The first one being a very weird server quirk, and the other being a client quirk that causes raycast issues to happen. On the server, when an item is removed, it isn't truly removed on the client due to a variable that's passed to the remove function that causes the remove item packet to not get sent to clients. I have no idea why this is a thing, possibly to make it so when players leave, their items don't just vanish before the character. This causes items to keep stacking for clients every time a player joins and leaves. A simple fix for this is to add an if statement right above where the item object gets destroyed to remove the item from the clients, while making sure it only goes off if that variable is true. On the client, for interaction, it loops through all of the items and checks the distance between you and the item using a raycast. You can literally achieve the exact same functionality with just position and magnitude checks, along with the interact bubble going up and down based on your height and the item size. Another quirk with the raycast is it uses find part on ray with whitelist, with the only thing in the whitelist being the item object itself. meaning the farther you are to players, the more your game lags due to higher distance raycasts. This also doesn't check if the item is able to be interacted with until after it does the raycast and kills your performance. A simple fix for this is to replace the raycast with the object's position. But that's it. It functions the exact same way without that raycast. The server loop, which does enemy and map updates, can sometimes just error and break, causing no map updates to take place. Enemies will cease moving or have any sort of gravity due to this. Fixing this is a little complicated and I can't really give any pointers without knowing the exact errors. This mainly takes place while an explosion is happening during generation like a nuke, and floor 1 of red for some reason. Items can get stuck in corners, causing you to be unable to interact with them. This happens to most of longer items due to it checking the middle of the item for if it's visible and can be interacted with. Other players can sometimes grab an item that another player put in a crafting table, pretty much avoiding the item. I am not sure exactly how this happens, but this has happened a couple times to me and we have lost a few items. Anyway, that is all of the bugs I know currently. I may have missed a few. I may make a follow-up if I get a lot more bugs. Other than that, I will see you in 2027 when the new SCC update gets released. Goodbye.